Hey yo everyone, welcome back to Moon Cipher, the home of unsolved mysteries, strange events, and secrets the world has yet to explain. Tonight, we delve into one of the most perplexing cold cases in history. A case that has baffled detectives, cryptographers, and historians for more than 70 years. This is the story of the Somerton Man. The unknown man found dead on a quiet Australian beach, leaving behind clues no one could fully understand. It was the morning of December 1st, 1948, when early risers walked along Somerton Beach in Adelaide, South Australia. The sun had just begun to rise over the Indian Ocean, casting a golden glow across the sand. But amid the beauty of the morning, a shocking scene awaited them. Lying on the sand, partially hidden among the rocks, was the body of a man. He appeared to be well dressed, wearing a suit and polished shoes, yet there was something strange about him. His posture was unnatural, his hands resting stiffly at his sides. The initial observation suggested that he had not been there for long, but as police investigators arrived, it became clear that this was no ordinary death. The man carried no identification. Every label in his clothing had been meticulously removed, and even his shoes bore no maker's mark. He had nothing in his pockets, no wallet, no coins, not even a handkerchief. He seemed to have stepped off the map entirely, leaving no trace of who he was or why he was there. Autopsy reports revealed no signs of violence. There were no bruises, cuts, or external injuries. Even more puzzling, toxicology reports were inconclusive. Traces of a substance were found in his stomach and blood, enough to suggest poisoning. But the type of poison could not be identified with the technology of the time. In short, it seemed as if someone had murdered him using a method unknown to science. The police launched a nationwide investigation. They canvassed local residents, questioned travelers, and even appealed to the press for information. Yet no one came forward with a name, a face, or even a hint of recognition. This man had no identity. He was, in every sense of the word, a ghost. The mystery deepened when a tiny scrap of paper was discovered in a secret pocket sewn into the man's trousers. On it were the words, Tamam Shud. These Persian words translate to "it is finished." The scrap had been torn from the final page of a rare copy of the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, a Dose, Thursday Century collection of poems. The discovery prompted a search for the book itself. Months later, a copy of the Rubaiyat was found hidden in the glove compartment of an abandoned car near the beach. Inside, investigators found a series of letters and numbers, arranged in a seemingly random pattern, a code. Despite years of study, no one has successfully deciphered it. Some cryptographers suggest it might have been a personal code, a message intended for someone specific. Others believe it could be a spy's message, a relic from the early Cold War period. Adding to the intrigue, police traced the book to a local nurse named Jessica Thompson, known in records as Jeston. She claimed no memory of the man but admitted to owning the same edition of the Rubaiyat. Letters were exchanged, and photographs were compared. Yet her connection to the Somerton Man remained ambiguous. Some suspected she was involved in espionage. Others believed she might have been unknowingly linked to him. Efforts to identify the man included fingerprint checks, dental records, and facial reconstructions. Despite these attempts, no match was ever found. No missing person report seemed to fit his description. Even today, modern DNA testing has been applied to samples from his remains. Yet the Somerton Man remains unidentified. The case has inspired countless theories over the years. One popular idea is that he was a foreign spy, possibly from Russia or Eastern Europe. The timing -1948 coincides with the early Cold War era, when tensions between Western nations and the Soviet bloc were rising. Espionage was common, and covert assassinations were known to occur. The method of death, a poison that leaves no trace, fits the profile of a spy killing. Another theory suggests a romantic or personal connection. Some investigators believe he may have known Jessica Thompson and died in connection to a secret relationship. Perhaps the coded message in the Rubaiyat was meant to communicate his last thought, a message only she could understand. Some paranormal enthusiasts offer even stranger explanations. A few suggested the Somerton Man was a time traveler or a person from another dimension, explaining the lack of identification, the untraceable poison, and his mysterious connection to the book. Others believe he may have been a wanderer who stumbled into trouble with dangerous people or organizations. Even the autopsy adds a layer of mystery. The toxicology report mentions stomach contents that had unusual chemical properties, but the exact substance could not be replicated. Some experts argue it may have been a rare plant-based poison or an early chemical weapon. Others think the poison was a sophisticated Cold War era compound never officially documented. What is known is that the Somerton Man was buried in Adelaide, his grave marked only as unknown man. His body remained unidentified for decades. Only recently, DNA analysis and genealogical research may provide a hint of his ancestry, but the question of his full identity remains unanswered. Throughout the years, the Somerton Man case has captured the public imagination. It is a story of mystery, espionage, love, and possibly betrayal, all wrapped in the sands of a quiet Australian beach. Books, documentaries, and academic papers have attempted to solve the puzzle, but each clue seems only to deepen the enigma. The tiny piece of paper with Tamam Shud continues to fascinate linguists and historians. Its poetic origin, from the Rubaiyat, suggests someone who wanted to communicate finality, closure, or perhaps resignation. The coded message inside the book, meanwhile, remains indecipherable, tantalizing cryptographers with the possibility of secrets hidden in plain sight. Perhaps the Somerton Man was a spy sent to Australia to gather intelligence. Perhaps he was an ordinary man caught in extraordinary circumstances. Or perhaps the truth is something we may never know. A story erased from time, leaving only the whispers of history and the endless questions that haunt Somerton Beach. Every year, tourists and mystery enthusiasts visit the beach, gazing over the rocks where the Somerton Man was found. Some leave flowers or notes, hoping to honor a man who lived and died in secrecy. Others speculate on the code, the poison, and the connections that remain hidden. The Somerton Man reminds us that even in a modern world of records, surveillance, and technology, some mysteries persist. Some lives remain unrecorded, some deaths remain unexplained, and some stories linger in the sand, waiting for someone patient enough to uncover them. So, what do you think? Was the Somerton Man a spy, a secret lover, or something far stranger? Could we ever solve the case? Or is it destined to remain one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries? Thank you for watching Moon Cipher. If you love exploring stories where history, mystery, and the unknown intersect, make sure to subscribe, because here, every story has a secret waiting to be discovered.